Hello guys, assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be vlogging. Today is Thursday and it is the last full week of Ramadan, and I wanted to, I kind of just decided to do this somewhat last minute because I haven't done a vlog this whole Ramadan, and I just wanted to update you guys, see how you all are doing. Leave in the comments below how your Ramadan has been going. I would love to hear. So today I'm going to be, like I said, doing a little bit of an impromptu vlog. In that I am going to, so today is actually, just to give you context, today is my last day of the semester. So I'm feeling very happy, very relieved. The beginning of the day I spent like lying in bed, relishing in my freedom basically, and I just finished with a meeting about like 8 minutes ago, and I have another meeting tonight at 10:30, which is 3:30 American time, which is why it's at 10:30. Yeah, so between now and then I'm going to be making iftar. I'm inviting my brother and my sister-in-law and my sister-in-law's brother to my house for dinner tonight, and I'm going to be trying out something that I have made before but only like one time, and I'm just finding a recipe online because I don't remember how I made it. And basically what I'm going to be making is stuffed zucchini, I think is how you would say it in English, but I actually don't know how you would say it in Arabic, but it's like a Lebanese dish. It's like stuffed Lebanese zucchini basically, and it's basically stuffed with like rice and ground beef and like has like some tomato sauce and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to make this because I haven't eaten it in a really long time. But anyways, so like I said, today's my last day of school. But one thing that I wanted to do with you guys, so a couple things, is that I want to cook with you or have you cook with me. So it'd be like a Ramadan cook with me kind of a video. But then also I thought, because I'm coming to the end of my semester, I'm like proud of all the work that I've done this whole year. I finished my first year of graduate school basically, and I'm really happy with that. So I wanted to also in this video go over really quickly like how I write in my agenda, and like what I do to kind of stay organized, because as time goes on I kind of do develop a new system of writing in my agenda and keeping track of what I need to get done, being organized, things like that. My system of organization isn't static. It doesn't just stay the same every single year. I switch things up a little bit for whatever works for that particular time period of my life. So I did want to quickly, before I get into the kitchen and cooking, I also want to do a little bit of cleaning. I wanted to go over with you guys what exactly I do and give you some like really impromptu tips on how to stay organized in your like work life and things like that. But you can also use this for your like home life or your social life or whatever. Just a way to stay organized. So like one thing that I would definitely recommend if you're the type of person who likes written planners is to buy a planner that is meant to be a planner. You don't need a planner. You can just use a notebook and write the date, every day. But I like to have like an actual physical planner that is meant for that reason. So I have I think this is a Bloom Daily planner that I got on Amazon. So I just wanted to kind of like show you how I write things down and give you here's my planner. So this is Thursday, it's May 6th. So basically what I do, this is like my daily logging section. So this is May 6th, May 7th. So each day I would write like my to-do list. What I do is I split this into two sections. This is like, I use this for my academic life, right? So this side is like extra things in my day that aren't homework, that are like extra meetings that I might have, or I don't know, like house cleaning or something like that, or like something just extra that's not like homework related, work related. This is where I put like my day-to-day, like I need to take this test, or I need to, fill out this worksheet, or I need to like lesson plan for my client. This is where I put that information. And then on this side, it's like extra things, like extra meetings, or, extra chores that I need to get done, or, things like that I want to write down is what I write on this side. What I'm going to be showing you guys right now, though, is that over here, I'm actually going to zoom in for you. So this is going to look a little sideways, but I'm left-handed, so I have to do it this way. So Over here, because I'm done with school at this point, I have a vacation for about a week and a half. What my like main to-do list is going to consist of is like those extra things that would usually be extra during the semester. So for example, I have, cook iftar. So then I write that down and I put a checkbox right next to it so I can check it off when it's done, and I also cross it out when it's done. Also, this is crossed out because it's somebody that one of my supervisors, her name, and it's also one of my supervisor's names, so I wanted to cross it out so you guys couldn't see it. But basically, this says meet with supervisor at 10:30 p.m. is like when my meeting is. So then I put here cook iftar, and then I'm also going to put vacuum. I never know how to spell vacuum. I don't know if that has one C or two C's, but whatever. Vacuum, living room. That's another thing. And then clean kitchen is another thing. So because I just write these down as they come to my mind, so what I also do is after I've written these down is I number them in like order of operations. So clean kitchen is going to be thing number 1. Vacuum living room will probably be thing number 2, although I might make it the third thing I do. And then cook iftar is thing number 3. So I number what I need to get done so that I know what to do. And I also feel like this is another way that if you're trying to incorporate like Islamic things into your routine, but it's not like one of your like work to-do list things, that you could like put it in this section. So I could be like, review Quran 15 minutes or something like that. I could write that here, for example. That would just be like a way to kind of incorporate it into your agenda, even if it's not like on your main agenda. And I feel like separating it is sometimes, it just makes it seem less overwhelming. It's not like 10 things on my to-do list. It's like, 6 things here and 4 things there. I don't know, for me, it just makes it less overwhelming. So yeah, that's how I go about planning my day and making sure that I get all of my work done. There's also a portion of my agenda here that is like a calendar. So this is the month of June right here, and I haven't written anything in it because we're not at that month yet. But let me show you the month of May. So here's the month of May. I actually can cross some things out because I've done them. So I did my therapy presentation, I took my neuro final, I took my language development final. So that's actually super satisfying for me. So what I would do with my calendar, like my big monthly calendar, is I would write like large assignments to be due. So if there's like a presentation, if there's, something that's not like a daily assignment, like a reading, I wouldn't write here, but I would write like, any exams I have, any presentations, any projects that I have due, like when they're due. That's what I would do. This looks pretty sparse because it's my, this is my last week of school. That's kind of how I do things, how I write in my calendar. For example, one thing I could write is like, this is my first day back. So first day of summer school. And it's always satisfying to like cross something off your list. So I can just cross this off like when I get to it. I also like to write a line here in case I want to write anything below. So yeah, that's how I go about planning. I hope that that was helpful for you guys. And I just thought I would insert that into this vlog, and then everything else will pretty much be cooking and prepping for iftar. Hey guys, so I'm in my kitchen now and I'm about to clean up the kitchen, but I was just thinking, I was like, does anybody else feel like they're in a constant state of cleaning their kitchen? Like, I feel like part of adulthood for me is just like constantly cleaning the kitchen. And I don't know if that's like a feature of not having a dishwasher, for example, which is something I grew up having, or if it's just like, this is what adulthood is. But I feel like it's, so yeah, anyways, I'm about to wash some dishes. Then I'm going to, as I have on my agenda, I'm going to like sweep the floors, maybe vacuum, and then I'm going to get started on cooking. It's about 2 hours. 6:30, yeah, I have about 2 hours until it's thawed. So I feel like if I start cooking in the next half hour, I'll hopefully be okay. Sometimes I'm a little questionable. Like I give myself a lot of time because I'm really like not a very experienced cook. So I always feel like I need a lot of time to like figure out what I'm doing. But I need the kitchen to be clean first. So that's what I'm going to do first. Hey guys, so I finished cleaning up the kitchen for the most part. Gave my cat some food. You can see her right here. This is where we keep her cat bowls. I haven't shown my cat on my channel in quite some time. But yeah, this is her. She hasn't been on here in a bit. Or maybe she has. Maybe I just feel like she hasn't been. But yeah, this cutie's eating her dinner. Anyway, what I just did right now is I cleaned up the kitchen, swept the floor. I just swept like the front hallway area, like over here. I don't know how good of a job I did, but I swept this area over here and like this area over here. And then I'll probably vacuum this like right before they come. But yeah, now I'm going to get started in the kitchen on my recipe because, yeah, I need to get going. Where did I put my computer? Oh, I need to get going so that I have enough time to make this food. But yeah, I'm going to bring you guys along with me on this. I'm bringing you with me on my cooking journey today. I don't know if you guys have gathered from my videos, but I'm really not a great cook. Like, I just don't have a lot of experience making fancy things, so I feel like I'm not a good cook. But I'm trying, especially when I have more time, like when the semester is just ending, I'm just trying to like put that in my routine more. So that's what we're here for. That's what we're doing. Okay, so I settled on this recipe from Feel Good Foodie. It's like a simple recipe, which is why I chose it. I don't have 7 spice. Actually, I might have that. To check. But yeah, it seems pretty easy. So I'm gonna try this one, and hopefully it'll go well. We shall see. So I bought this zucchini, also called kousa, in Lebanon, and it's already cored for me. I'm very lucky that I have access to this because I once tried coring these without like a zucchini corer machine thing, and it was a disaster. So I'm very glad that I have these, but this is what I'll be using for the kousa. So what the other things that I need are, maybe I should just get all my ingredients out. So I'm going to be needing 1 tablespoon of, so I'll need olive oil. I need onion, half ground beef that I should take out now, salt, pepper, rice, a tomato, which I don't have, tomato paste I have, pepper, garlic, cloves. I will make broth out of water, basically. So that's everything that I need. So I'm going to get out all my ingredients now. My eyes are burning. Some people have so much tolerance when chopping onions for like that burning feeling. My tolerance is so low. Like I can barely get through cutting like half an onion before I just like have to leave the room. It's such a disaster every time. Okay, so I'm being kind of a bad vlogger because I'm not showing each step, but I'm having a tough time because I don't have a lot of time to get this done. But basically what I've done so far is I put olive oil in the pan, I cooked the onions with the meat, and I added in salt, black pepper, and 7 spice, and I just cooked it until the meat was fully cooked. And now what I'm doing is soaking the rice in water. So I'm soaking the rice in water, and then when that's done being soaked, I'm actually going to do something which the recipe does not say to do. And the last time that I made this, somebody gave me a recipe, like they just texted it to me, and they also said like that you cook the rice with the kousa, like you'll see, like kind of in a broth sort of together, and that's how the rice gets cooked. But when I did that, the rice ended up being kind of hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cook the rice a little bit before I stuff it with the kousa, and then I'm going to cook them all together, and hopefully that'll bring it to its full like cookedness. But this is kind of not doing what the recipe says, but this is what I'm trying out. So we'll see. So right now we have onion, meat, 7-spice, salt, pepper, olive oil, and we have rice that's soaking in water for a little bit. Okay, so just to update you guys on where I'm at while I am getting something done, I'm currently cooking the rice so that it is like partially cooked when what's it called? So that it's partially cooked when I stuff it into the kousa. And right now I'm getting all the tomato paste that I have and adding it in here. And I'm going to add this into a large pot that has olive oil. I'm going to add salt and pepper, although I actually think I ran out of pepper, so I'm just going to be adding salt. I wish I had more tomato paste right now. Anyway, so I'm going to be adding this in and then making kind of like a broth that the kousa will be going into. To show you guys what I'm doing, I am filling these almost all the way full. It's getting dark here, so I don't know if you can see that, but it's only like I can stick my finger in that much, and I'm going to add a piece of tomato on the end of each as per the instructions. So I'm just trying to fill these up as best I can with rice and meat. It's kind of easier to use my finger, but I can kind of do it with a spoon as well. The mixture is just a little bit hot, so I think there's going to be a lot of extra stuffing, which is fine because the recipe was saying that I can just stick the extra into the broth that I This may not look very pretty, but this is the final result of the kousa, what they look like stuffed and with a tomato piece at the top. I don't know if I did this right, but I'm hoping that I did. Let me show you the broth that I'm making. So this is a mixture of, I don't know if I mentioned it already, but olive oil, tomato paste. This is like 7 cups of water. I added a Maggi cube, which is like this. It's basically like vegetable stock in a cube. It's not focusing. Yeah, basically vegetable stock in a cube. And I just added one of those in there so that it's more like broth. And I put chopped up garlic in there. It calls for pressed garlic, so I just kind of like smushed it in a bowl, which doesn't really have the same effect, but it's okay. I just added that, and I added some salt as well. And that's pretty much all this is right now. And I'm just letting it come to a simmer, and then I'm going to stick the kousa or the zucchini into here, and I'm going to try to be super gentle. So yeah, we'll see. All right, so you guys are actually currently propped up on my stove, which is probably very unsafe. But yeah, I'm putting the kousa in here. I'm being very gentle. As gentle as I can be. I actually might add more water. It's looking like it's not enough. Or maybe it will be enough. But I'm going to add a lot of the stuffing into here as well to cook that. And it'll be like around the kousa. So, the tomato fell out of this one. Oh well. This could go horribly wrong, but I'm really hoping for the best. We shall see. I everything to taste really good. Now it's looking like more water since more stuff is in here, so I guess I'll just leave it like this for now. And then so I'm gonna let this boil and then simmer, and then I'm just gonna leave it cooking for like 45 minutes. And perfect timing as well because I need to pray Oscar before Ramadan comes in and we can break our fast. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put a bunch of vegetable oil, this is vegetable oil, into this pan because I'm going to be cooking some kousas that I did not make from scratch. I bought them. So the one thing about living in like a country with a lot of Muslims is that you can find things like these halal, like sambusa's ready to go, except you do need to cook them. So I'm going to be popping this on the oven to fry up for kind of like an appetizer. So my battery died as I was in the middle of putting these in, but yeah, this is how I cook them. I don't really deep fry them. You can deep fry them and they might come out more evenly cooked, but I just kind of regular fry them with like a very copious amount of oil, and it pretty much does the trick. So I literally just broke my fast, and so now I'm going to taste this. It's kousa with a little bit of meat and rice, and see what my first impression is and if it's done cooking. I'm notorious for burning myself when I taste hot things, so I have to blow for a long time. It's good. I like how it tastes, but I do think that the kousa needs to cook a little bit longer. So I'm going to keep it cooking until, I don't know if I mentioned, but my brother, my sister-in-law, I think I did mention, my brother, my sister-in-law, and her brother are coming. So I'm going to keep cooking it until they get here. It did taste really good though, so I'm actually really happy. Hey you guys, so I don't think I ever showed you what it looked like in the bowl or like the final product because I was like prepping for my sister or my sister-in-law and my brother and the people that came over. I was basically prepping for them to come. But as you can see, we smashed it. We ate a lot of food and it was honestly delicious. I'm so happy with how this turned out, and I'm really glad that I cooked the rice part of the way before cooking it all together. I think that made it a lot better than the last time I made this dish. So I was super happy with that and how this came out. This is not the most aesthetic thing, but it was just delicious, honestly. So yeah, very happy with that. And that's pretty much the video. Thank you guys so much for watching and, you know, sticking with me through this vlog. This is a little bit of a weird one. It's kind of like a mixture of a whole bunch of things. You know, I gave some organization tips, you know, like I did like a cook with me, but I just really wanted to do a vlog during this, or like more of like a vlog style video during this Ramadan, because I remember doing that last Ramadan. So yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, continue the tradition of doing at least one vlog. But yeah, I'll leave the recipe, like the link to the recipe that I used, in the box down below. And I hope like the way I was explaining it was clear. I was kind of all over the place because I was rushing to get it done before the sunset. But yeah, anyways, I'm very happy with how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't think I'll be picking up the camera later today, but if I have something else I want to chit chat to you guys about, then I will pick up the camera. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Feel free to leave a comment down below about how your Ramadan is going, or, you know, any type of video suggestion you have for me. I'm always receptive to ideas from you guys and what you want to see coming from my channel. So yeah, feel free to leave comments like that down below, and I will see you guys in next week's video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Bye. صلى رب العوالم على النبي